On the entryway, the west side, you can actually see some of the crosses in the inside area there. There's one right next to the gate. As we come up from the southern side, where the patriarch's house was, you can see actually through the gate here, you can actually see the former pulpit of the Hagia Sophia. It was destroyed and then rebuilt here. You go up on the sides and you would speak in the middle, and they rebuilt it, and it sits out here in the courtyard. And so this is one of the early pulpits, quite large. As we look from this angle also, we can look up and towards the windows there, and you can actually see a lot of crosses that are beneath the windows. You see each one. This building has probably hundreds of crosses and different designs, and there are some right there on the exterior that we can still see today from outside the gate. From the west side, which would be the side that the people entered into the former church, we're looking from the west currently, and there was an atrium of about 40 to 50 meters long, and that would take you right outside to the street, probably right up to this line here that we see, and they would enter in that way. And then people entered up into the Hagia Sophia by walking up this way from the western side, so that was a lot lower. So you could, at that point, you could see that Hagia Sophia was up elevated, going up. So look over this way, you can see some other things that exist. They would wash coming in, but when they entered in towards the church, you can see there's 4 different sultans. So this one, oops, that one there, the first one has a well on the bottom, it comes up on the right side of that. And I mentioned the far right pillar is a spring or well, and you can see it there over that guy's head right now currently. In that wall right there, we can see the spring that comes up and people would get water. This was used later because probably the internal wells were overflooded or too crowded. So they put one on this wall, and they put one in the far wall, which actually right there you can see in that area, you can see that far wall there too, and you see a well there. In this section we have the remains of the second church through the gated area. This is just the north side of the Hagia Sophia area. So a lot of remains are sitting here from the grand entry of the second church, which is lower level than this, probably about 10, probably 7 meters lower. I want to show you some pictures here from the northwestern wall of the Hagia Sophia over there through the things. First of all, in the courtyard, which are many interesting things, you see some musical notes on those 2 pillars. Even in the pillars far over there, you'll see some musical notes. In this section here, from this northwestern section through the wall, you go to the St. Irene's, which is a church 100 years older, and you would have monasteries, grounds and stuff in that location. And you can, it's the purpose back then was the people who served in the church or near the church would come over and to be over here in this area. It's the same purpose today. You have the Hagia Sophia Cultural Information Center, which really is a center promoting Islam. And in this far corner also on the right, you will see a school that exists over here. And so this monastery area still does monastery type activities, and but for a different religion currently. So always interested to look through these areas and see different ones. Unfortunately, all the graves from the Byzantines have been desecrated, and they just sit here. As I mentioned, coming up from this way towards the past Hagia Sophia, you come up here and you'll see the Hagia Sophia Madrasa, which is the Islamic school. And the other side of that wall would be the former monastery area of the St. Irene's. So we're going to go to that section and see it later on. Just to show you that this Cultural Information Center, welcome, come in, we're open. Actually closed because now is the time of prayer. It's not really a cultural center, it's more of a place that you can pick up your free Quran in different languages. So